Sunday morning.
We're 40 Sunday mornings out from normal and the world is not the same. Said you waited for a warning, but the warning never came. Don't shine a light in my face.
Nancy gonna cut you a check too late. 2 years after your funeral's paid, 2 years after the grave, she'll be a little stronger for all of the dollars she saved. Watching you wake, watching you cling to your family slipping away. Watch her do nothing but pray. Watch her condemn the Republicans, take them to brunch and then shrug it away. Now watch us be outraged half of a day, then pick a new hero to face our leaders and think they could beat them, playing the game they played since Pelosi had real human blood in her veins. They're all one and the same, sold off stocks and they all maintain that the risk was benign and the virus was tame. Flash forward and 40 Sunday mornings fade, 250,000 people in its wake and the cruise ship sailed today. So motherfucker, don't shine a light in my face. Wait.
Good morning. Sunday morning. Good morning.
Wait.
Sunday morning.
We're 40 Sunday mornings out from normal and the world is not the same. Said you waited for a warning, but the warning never came. Don't shine a light in my face. Said you waited for a warning, but the warning never.
Read my lips, brand new taxes, starving all the billionaires and neutering their Visa Maxes. Topple Congress off their axis, mobilize the homeless, give them axes, call it praxis. Chop a couple limbs off the legislative branches. We'll show you the difference between air as a human right and guaranteed oxygen access. Octogenarians who barely know what day it is are culling countless citizens while sitting on a dais made of ignorance that was built on the graves of the slaves made to labor for its self-declared significance. And all to build a Congress full of millionaires who make their fortunes insider trading while they shit on all the indigent. So I got a bone to pick with our leaders and I'll start with the ligaments. Pick right through the muscle, dig the marrow out and serve it to the unhoused millions living in their minivans or watching their belongings get evicted from their tenement. I have a dream where we breach the walls of Congress and just let them in. And what happens next will survive in only text, cause there won't be any evidence. There will only be that heavy kind of feeling that pervades a space where there has been a reckoning and you can feel its remnants. Let any man who enters seeking power know that those who came before him suffocated on their eminence. That there once was a seal on the wall, but we quartered it and scattered all the pieces that it might prevent its semblance. And so we end the great experiment. We'll take all your billions, leave you 2 coins for the ferryman. Leave you drifting on a Dutchman floating derelict among the wretched seraphim. For holy is the hand that wiped the land clean of those who pose as gentlemen. That's my time, honey, cue the thunderclap and strike the theremin. And so we end the great experiment. Give you 2 coins for the ferryman.
I think I liked it better being blind, when I couldn't read between the lines, and when I couldn't see the cracks in the structure that lay bare before me the whole time. I think I liked it better back when I suspended disbelief and swallowed pride. I thought I knew the difference in the red from the blue, but they both bleed us so dry. They both bleed us so dry.
My favorite songs don't hit the same way. I get to the end of a 4-minute track and I'm only looking back thinking, what did they actually say? So I try to sit down with my wife and watch TV, but I just see propaganda elevating the police in the simplest of sitcom banter, and tiny little altars full of offerings to corporate masters in every well-planned wide pan shot of the name brand stocking up the pantry. Pull back one long tracking shot out to the garage to the logo on the Camry. Nice tight shot of the Camry. Close-up view of the Camry, slow pan up on the Camry, long slow zoom to the unmoving human who is up in the front with the tube pumping fumes to him straight from the back of the Camry. Ashamed he just could not provide for himself, let alone for his family. It's a blue pill mindset that spent 2020 making dance beats.
I think I liked it better being blind, when I couldn't read between the lines, and when I couldn't see the cracks in the structure that lay bare before me the whole time. I think I liked it better back when I suspended disbelief and swallowed pride, and thought I knew the difference in the red from the blue, but they both bleed us so dry. They both bleed us so dry.
Ignorance is bliss, which explains why a lot of us are so fucking happy. Quick to take the trip for all its trappings. Never one to ask what's up, what's going on, or God forbid what's happening. A lot of us would strap into the ride and then spit right in the eye of the guy whose job it is to snap your fastenings. But maybe we're all born with that capacity. Maybe each of us comes standard with humor, compassion, malice, and audacity. Some of us are blind to the system, but some see it fine and say this is how it has to be. Some of us can stare wide-eyed at a nationwide human catastrophe and only offer platitudes and recipes. And I wish that I could tell myself that nothing's worth obsessing past my everyday necessities. I wish that I could cry fake news over anything that threatened me, tune out our abuses and consume a little levity. Wish that I could offer up my son a smoother destiny. Wish I had some better lessons for how best to answer questions for the things I've been perpetually questioning. But I'm too busy looking at our leaders, wondering what I might be missing from their messaging. Trying to find the reasoning to let 250,000 people meet an early reckoning. And even though I know the truth, it's hard to swallow something that's so literally sickening. Hope is ever dwindling, COVID ever beckoning. Winter slows your breathing, but your pulse is ever quickening. Even though I know the truth, it's hard to keep listening. I'm done with my epiphany, my innocence is blistering. I'd like to think I'd taste the earth before I'd ever kiss the ring. Hard to speak the truth and harder still to keep listening.
Sometimes I think I miss being blind, when I couldn't read between the lines, and when I couldn't see the cracks in the structure that lay bare before me the whole time. I think I liked it better back when I suspended disbelief and swallowed pride. Thought I knew the difference in the red from the blue, but they both bleed us so.
IndependentLeft.news.
Independent Left News.
Indie Left News.
Independent Left News.
Oh yeah, and I get news from Independent Left.
Thank you, Independent Left.news.
They actually put up posts of different shows, different things going on.
Check out Indie Left. They're doing a lot of good things. They're on Twitter and Instagram, and they've helped promote our show a lot.
Thanks for the work you do behind the scenes, too. This man does our Discord and some other help, so I just love to shout him out. Thanks so much, man. Yeah.
They kind of really do a great job of pushing.
Thank you, Independent Left, for reminding me of that.
Check out IndependentLeft.news.
IndieLeft.news.
Indie Left, shout out.
Hey, it is Sunday night. It is 10 o'clock, and we got some people here already, and I'm so happy to see that. It is, how do we miss that? This is Indy, and I got this guy sitting over here. Okay.
Hi.
Say
hi there.
Hi, that's
How
Reef.
you doing?
That's Reef. Okay, for the podcast audience, that's my buddy Reef. We got Reef. That's right. That's right, Colin. I decided to mess with him. We are doing the we're doing the summer theme, and we're going. It's hot, and we're cooling off with some blue, and Krill Fingers, Tommy Stock, Colin, Mad Maz. Oh, we got Carl here too. What's up, everybody? Gosztola. Wow, look at this. We got fam in the house. What's going on? All right, so we're eliminating a lot of this nonsense in the beginning, so I'm just going to get right to it. How Do We Miss That is a show airing on Rockfin, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, Odyssey, and Telegram. Yeah, we're everywhere. Sunday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. That's now. Reviewing a few big stories that we haven't seen covered much in our independent media channels this week. Co-hosted by Indy, that's me, founder, editor of independentleft.news and founder of IndieNews.Network, and Reef Breland, this guy, creator of Door Discord, host of Reefer After Dark. All the stories that you see here were featured in independentleft.news. It used to be in the Substack, but now we just put videos in the Substack. We don't do that anymore. And please make sure to share this out. Like the stream, subscribe on our channel, all the platforms where you watch and listen. Please, we're everywhere. As I said, we're streaming on 7 different platforms live, and I'm excited to get to some stories here. How was your week, man?
It's been all right. All right. Could be better, but been all right.
Well, hopefully we got some stories that'll educate, and I don't know if it's going to cheer us up necessarily, but we're gonna
probably not
do about that. What happened? Wait, stop. Wait, how did that happen? Stop. Stop. Why is it doing
transitions?
that? Stop transition. How do I stop this? Stop. Thank you.
Go back to the thing and pause.
I got it. Okay.
I try the other button.
Okay. You mean that one? No, that's not the right one either.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's the right one. Now we're there. Oh, okay. Boy. Yeah, we'll get this right one of these. If we don't laugh, we're going to cry, folks. Okay. So, here's what we got going on. Let's go to our slideshow. Okie dokie. Yes, my computers are messing with you. No, it's an operator error, Colin. Sadly enough, it is an operator error. I'm just not
head cack.
Yeah. Okay, so we said that we're getting into the BRICS Summit. Let's get into the BRICS Summit. So we got our key takeaways, and this came from our friends over at the Orinoco Tribune over, I believe, in Venezuela. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to take that. So this is one of the, the satellite nations. They are obviously encouraging and supportive of this effort. So we can take our, we can take the bias from there. But last week, the 14th BRICS Summit took place virtually, chaired by Xi Jinping. Okay, the BRICS bloc, which is, again, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, which represents a key political, economic, and scientific force in the international arena. They represent half the world's population, and their collective GDP is greater than $20 trillion, okay? Whoa, what happened? It went back. It went backwards. Okay. In today's context, the significance of the BRICS summit is increased to the extent that the bloc represents an alternative to the unipolar world of the decaying West. What follows are some of the key points from the summit in Beijing. Okay, so, I see that this is still technically running. Let me stop that. All right. So, they want a multilateral compromise in the defense of international law, which includes being more inclusive with less developed countries. That sounds great, right? They want to promote peace and international security without compromising the environment. Love that. Okay. They want support for an open, multilateral, transparent, inclusive, rules-based, non-discriminatory commercial system. Okay. They want cooperation to combat COVID-19 with support for multilateral organizations, but also searching for medicinal alternatives. I like that. Okay. Support dialogue between Russia and Ukraine from an impartial perspective. Now, this one I kind of chuckled at a little bit, because who's in the BRICS alliance? Russia's in the BRICS alliance. So how can they possibly be impartial if one of the member states is involved in the conflict? I don't know how they do that, but they also strongly support a peaceful, safe, and stable Afghanistan, while they emphasize their respect for its sovereignty, independence, territorial integrity, national unity, and non-interference in its internal affairs. Right? They also recognize the necessity to resolve the nuclear problem in Iran through peaceful and diplomatic means in accordance with international law. Now, how they intend to do that with NATO, I seriously question. It should be interesting. Support for bilateral and multilateral negotiations in order to solve problems related to the Korean Peninsula. So, look, this is BRIC stuff. There's no reason for NATO countries to get involved. And then they want to compromise for a world free of nuclear arms, which I think we all would be in support of.
Yeah, completely. Like, not just, like fucking Western, Eastern.
Right?
Like all the nukes could go.
Right. So they also want. Go ahead. Yeah. Get rid of
no nukes. That was it.
No nukes. Cooperation against terrorism, the reaffirmation of the exclusive authority of the UN Security Council, which I also found really interesting. Now, again, you've got most of them which are member states, so permanent member states of the UN Security Council, but I just found that also interesting that they're also legitimizing and further reinforcing the authority of that body. International cooperation against corruption, 100%. We're 100% in support of that, as long as the leaders themselves that are voting on that are also subject to that. They also want to compromise to continue bettering the coordination of macroeconomic policy, to further practical economic cooperation, and to work to achieve post-COVID-19 economic recovery in a sustainable, balanced, and inclusive manner. This sounds almost like World Economic Forum language in a little bit of a way, and I'm sure somebody is going to drop that in the chat and be like, this sounds a little like Klaus Schwab, Xi Jinping.
Golden Sun in the chat. The World Development Bank has funded 80 projects.
Bingo. Okay.
Apparently.
Now, finally, this is the last part of what they are negotiating and what they're agreeing to and what they have virtually met to discuss. We commit to strengthening inter-BRICS cooperations to intensify the BRICS partnership on New Industrial Revolution, Part NIR, and collectively create new opportunities for development. So that is pretty vague. Then they also say that they encourage the BRICS interbank cooperation mechanism to continue playing an important role in supporting BRICS economic and trade cooperation. They're essentially getting off the petrodollar, is what it sounds like to me. Interbank cooperation mechanism. So is the ruble the base? Maybe all five of them are the base, and they become like, and they normalize
like a Five Eyes sort of.
Yeah. Opposition to green commercial barriers and support for coordination on this issue. So again, they want to eliminate barriers for green commercial type of projects. Again, little World Economic Forum-y. And then cooperation in agriculture. Incredibly vague. What does that mean? So I had some questions with regard to this article and regard to some of the findings. Again, you're talking about world leaders from some of these major countries that are getting together. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of questions that are to be asked. So I just thought it was really important to cover that and to go over some of the things that they talked about. Again, UN Security Council, really important. Cooperation against corruption, super important. Okay.
Did it say what BRICS standed for? At like the top of the article, probably. Yeah. Okay. So Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Got it.
Okay.
And yeah.
Half the world's population and more than $20 trillion worth of GDP. And will also likely involve much of Africa going forward.
Right. Especially with like how China has been interacting with them recently. Right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sounds scary for us.
Yeah, that's not so great for the West. But this is a counter to NATO. This is what happens when you have a NATO type organization that exists for so many years, and they're effectively, now talking about adding Argentina and Pakistan and some of the other Asian nations, and basically eliminating the Anglo nations, the European and West, and of course, their satellites that go with that. So, it's Nee's Garden. Hang on, man. What's going on? How you doing, man? Good to see you in the chat. Okay, so we have got, let's see, 3 more. I've got a couple of 2 short stories and 1 not so short story. Let's see who's in the chat. We got Warren here, Lula. Oh, everybody's here. This is so cool. Hi, everybody. Golden Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. And then we got Aussie Oracle and Fred Edward over on the Rockfins. Nice. Get over to the Rockfin. Get to the Rockfin. Rockfin.com/IndieLeftNews. It's only on Indie Left News. Fanto's there also. What's going on? We got Oz here. Nice. This is so cool. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so let's get to the next story. Okay. Nice. You taking rips? We got some rips going on. Nice, nice. All right, so let's get to the diddly doo. Actually, we already had a diddly doo there, and we can move to BAP. All right. Oh, I have to actually go to the other one, to the scroll on this one, because there are, as it turns out, let me go back to the 2-shot. As it turns out, there are green... there's green links, and we use a green screen in order to do that. So instead, what I'm going to do is bring this up, turn the slideshow off, and let's go back. Okay, here we go. So this is a ProPublica article that came out this week about 10 ways that billionaires avoid taxes on an epic scale, right? And this is, again, not really too surprising. Oh, Crab's here too, right. Shout out to Crab for the thumbnail. So, 10 ways billionaires avoid taxes on an epic scale. After a year of reporting on the tax machinations of the ultra-wealthy, ProPublica spotlights the top tax avoidance techniques. That's a tongue twister right there. That provide massive benefits to billionaires. Also a tongue twister. Massive benefits to billionaires.
Alliteration.
It sure is. Now, again... This is a great little image. You got the eye, and you got all the that's Steve Ballmer and a couple of billionaires that you don't know. Of course, there's Bezos and Buffett back there, and
fucking
Bloomberg. I think that's Bloomberg with a thing. All right. So anyway, this guy Paul Kiel, he wrote a really good article here. This is part of a series called The Secret IRS Files. They've been doing this research for a while, and all the research is public. They're a badass organization. I have some questions on their election coverage, but they do some really, really good work. So, last June, drawing on the largest treasure trove of confidential American tax data that's ever been obtained, ProPublica launched a series of stories documenting the key ways of the ultra-wealthy, how the ultra-wealthy avoid taxes, strategies that are largely unavailable to most taxpayers. Marked the first anniversary of the launch, we decided to assemble a quick summary of the techniques, all of which can generate tax savings on a massive scale, revealed in the series. Now, again, our MMT folks and friends will scream, taxes don't fund spending, and they may or may not. But what they do get is the ultra wealthy to pay their fair share, and it normalizes it counters the ledger and stops them from wealth hoarding. So the first one would be the ultra wealth effect, and what they're calling. Okay, so their first story unraveled how billionaires like Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, and Jeff Bezos were able to amass some of the largest fortunes in history while paying remarkably little tax relative to their immense wealth, and they did it in part by avoiding selling off their vast holdings of stock. You know, so the U.S. system taxes income. Selling stock generates income, so they avoid income as the system defines it. Meanwhile, they tap into their wealth by borrowing against it, and borrowing is not taxable. Buffett said he followed the law, and he preferred that his wealth go to charity. The others didn't comment beyond a from Elon Musk, which is also pretty interesting and not too surprising.
So they're using... I wish I knew exactly how they're doing that, but essentially they're using so they're selling stocks.
They're not selling them,
which generate income.
They're not selling them. They're holding them.
Yes, but then they're like borrowing with that as collateral.
They're borrowing against that as collateral.
Okay, so they're pawning their stocks essentially.
Well, they're yes and no. I mean, it doesn't belong. It doesn't go to anybody else. They're just putting it up as collateral, but it doesn't leave their account.
And they had to be borrowing it. I mean, what are they borrowing it? Like, who's giving them the money in that case?
It would either be a bank,
the actual spendable money.
It would likely be a bank.
Okay.
In some way, shape, or form.
Gotcha.
That would be using the stock as a hedge, or as what they would say collateral. Okay, to say that if this goes
and then they're
up,
trading all that for
but they're never trading it.
Got it.
Because he pays off the loan.
Well, the banks might, but like he might not.
But he earns the money to pay off the loan, and that's all they care about.
Right.
Is that he has assets that can be used and seized if he can't make the loan, but as long as he makes the payments, they don't really care. So that's one way, and he doesn't pay any tax. Actually, it's a deduction to pay off loan, and especially interest on certain loans. So then there is the $5 billion IRA, and this is a name that we've seen quite a bit come up lately. All right. Other billionaires use less conventional ways to avoid income, we found. Tech mogul Peter Thiel, founder of Rumble, and also co-founder, one of the founders of Facebook, or one of the people who took it public and mass market. He amassed a $5 billion Roth IRA, a type of account that shields income from taxes and is intended to help low and middle class savers prepare for retirement. Back in 1999, Thiel stuffed low-valued shares of a company that would become PayPal into the account, a maneuver tax lawyers said risked running afoul of IRS rules. And it's not clear if the government ever challenged the move. He did set himself up to reap billions in untaxed gains, though he did not respond to questions for the original article. He also likely is not age 65 or 66 at this point where he can even touch the money yet without penalty. Nor would he even want to.
Right.
Why would he? He's got plenty of money. He could just let that money continue to appreciate. And all of the... So the way that a Roth IRA works, because I happen to have one, and I was advised very early on when I was young enough, I had a little bit of money to do that with. The reason why is because what you do is you pay into it, and you pay the tax on the money that you put in. And any gains that you make from investing on that money are tax-free, as long as you leave the money in there until you're age 65. And that's available to anybody. And you can contribute up to a certain amount per year to it to continue to help it grow, in addition to the appreciation on the account. So,
got it.
So this guy basically every year threw in $2,000 worth of PayPal preferred potential stock down the road watched it appreciate, and all the appreciated gains are tax-free, as long as he lets it sit there till he's 65 or the company sells and cashes him out.
Okay.
Okay, that's what's going on.
He's getting essentially an insurance annuity back from his stock, kind of.
Well, no, he's getting all the growth tax-free. All the growth for the entire lifetime that he owns the stock, as long as he holds it for like 40 years or whatever, whenever he sells it, all the growth from everything that he put in is all tax-free. That's billions of dollars, like he said, $5 billion at this point it's worth, and it's going to be worth more by the time he's done.
And there's no cap on a Roth IRA, pretty much.
Nope, they didn't put in that rule, and they can at any point. And he'll sue, and he'll probably get away with it, and they'll grandfather the people in, and they'll put a cap in moving forward potentially, but he'll get away with it.
Yeah,
because he has enough money and he'll buy enough people. So, the $1 billion parlor trick.
He might.
Go ahead.
He might get a financial slap on the wrist, but only slightly.
Right.
You know,
potentially. Yeah. So then we've got the $1 billion parlor trick, which is turning high tax rate trading into low tax rate income. Like what? So again, even when tech billionaires do show income on their tax return, they tend to pay relatively low income taxes because the type of income they have, gains from long-term investments, such as from stock sales, are taxed at a much lower rate. But what do you do if you're making over $1 billion every year and it's largely from short-term trading? Do you just accept that you'll pay the higher rate on all that income? Well, as they reported earlier this week, this guy, Jeff Yass, all right, Yass Queen, all right, that's probably where it came from. He's the head of one of the most profitable firms on Wall Street. He did not meekly accept his fate. Instead, his firm, Susquehanna International, found creative ways to
Susquehanna weed.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
Found creative ways to transform the wrong sort of income into the right kind, generating tax savings that exceeded $1 billion over just 6 years. Of course, they declined to comment, but in a court case that centered on similar allegations, it maintained that it complies with the law. Of course it does. It's a legitimate up-and-up organization And then, so if you read this, so this article right here is all about Susquehanna. Meet the billionaire and rising geo. So this thing, you can go down rabbit hole after rabbit hole after rabbit hole and learn about all these scumbags and all these billionaires and how they operate. And then, of course, you've got the magic of sports ownership, where you will make money while legally reporting losses. Right?
Right.
So the tax code offers business owners a slew of methods to erase income through deductions. None more awesome than buying a sports team, as Steve Ballmer learned from buying the Clippers.
The Clippers.
He paid $2 billion. It doesn't matter whether the team's actually profitable and growing in value. It can still be a write-off. In some cases, they found owners could effectively deduct a given player's contract not once but twice. They're allowed to take deductions comparable to those for factory equipment that loses value as it ages, even as teams almost inevitably gain in value. That's one reason owners tend to pay far lower tax rates than the athletes they employ, or even the people serving beer in the team's stadium. In their story, they found a Clippers arena worker who made $45,000 a year that paid a higher tax rate than billionaire Steve Ballmer. He says, I pay the taxes I owe. Oh, I'm telling you, we need a, don't look green. Actually, David does look for the money too, just in different places. He just will look to Belmarsh. Build, drill, and save. The real estate and oil businesses can both be tax havens. So that's yet another way that the billionaires are hiding their money and avoiding massive billions of dollars in taxes. So in certain industries, the tax breaks are so plentiful that billionaires can erase their income entirely, even as they grow richer. So you've seen here Stephen Ross, who also owns the Miami Dolphins. It's all money laundering. Yes.
Yeah.
He went 10 years without paying any income tax. And he says, I followed the law. Another mogul, this one in the oil business, managed to tap a near bottomless well of write-offs via one of the biggest oil spills in history. Is this the one in Louisiana that we were talking about? I'm guessing that it was.
Yeah, I think so.
Let me guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did we know?
We covered that a long time ago.
All right, how did we miss that? Look for that from the December edition, because we definitely covered that one too. All right, so
yeah, we covered that on How Do We Miss That? So
yeah, but as it turns out, like she bought
that.
a company, and that company had done the spill, and she had basically taken out, or her husband bought it, then he died, they had taken on the liabilities. It was a whole mess, and nobody wanted to deal with it. But even a billionaire's hobbies can pay off at tax time, and this is where we're going to talk about, like, we should start a race team, right? Yeah. Deductions from hobbies and side projects, which the ultra wealthy can structure as businesses, are another fun option. For some billionaires, it's racehorses. So they found that 6 owners of thoroughbreds at the Kentucky Derby in 2021 had a combined $600 million in tax write-offs on their horse racing operations alone. For others, like Beanie Babies founder Ty Warner, it's luxury hotels. So the billionaire splurged on a couple landmark Four Seasons locations, then went 12 years without paying any income tax. Representatives for Warner did not respond to requests for comment, but I can guarantee you that they would say he followed the law.
He followed the law.
He followed the law. Are we seeing a theme here?
And then of course we're just gonna do like this whole paragraph's just gonna be about like lobbying, right? Where we just lobby for smaller taxes.
Well, pretty much.
You know, because it costs you less to do that, and you probably can write it off on your taxes as like, you know, like donation or charity or whatever. You know.
Dude,
by funding a PAC.
Beanie Babies, yes. He's the founder of Beanie Babies. His name's on the ass of every Beanie Baby that's ever existed. So yeah, he's probably worth a couple of bucks. Yeah, change the tax laws.
Not your Beanie Baby though. Your Beanie Baby's like probably around like 25 cents. You know?
No, but Ty's ass is on the name of it either way.
Beanie Baby Exchange. Yes, but the Beanie Baby Exchange has like definitely cut down on its like ratio, you know?
Right. So sometimes it pays to fight for a new tax break. For the billionaires who contributed millions to Republican politicians, the payoff came in the form of Trump's big, beautiful tax cut for pass-through businesses. We found the change.
Is that what he called it?
Oh yeah, the big, beautiful tax. It was a big, beautiful tax cut. You bet he did.
It's huge.
They wouldn't quote him if he didn't say it. It's very big. It's huge. Oh God.
Very good.
I really hope.
We'll call it the big, beautiful tax cut.
I'm really not ready for 4 more years of this clown, or 5 plus, you know, including a campaign. God. And then
dude, it's already gonna ramp up, and the media have been like,
big, beautiful
just like
babies. Yeah, Mad Maz has got
they had to put new panties on, you know?
Oh,
like they were just
dude, come on.
Like,
so yeah.
I mean, they've been like itching for it. They love fucking Trump. They love him to death.
So the big, beautiful tax cut, okay, sent $1 billion in tax savings in 1 year to just 82 ultra-wealthy households, just who needed it. Some business owners also boosted their savings with a trick. They slashed their own salaries and categorized the money instead as pass-through income. And then they said, oh, I didn't take a salary during the entire pandemic. What do you mean? I'm benevolent. I'm Dan Price. Yeah, I said it. All right. Why tech billionaires pay less than hedge fund managers? With so many options to reduce taxes, the richest Americans often manage low income tax rates. We analyzed the income and taxes of the country's top 400 earners, those averaging over $110 million in income per year. Oh, overall,
Jesus Christ.
Overall, the group paid relatively low rates, shocking, but certain segments, tech billionaire bros, heirs, private equity execs, stood out even within this elite population because they were able to draw on the sorts of techniques detailed above. Also drawing on these techniques were wealthy politicians like the governors of Colorado and West Virginia. That's Jim Justice, and I believe, is that Hickenlooper? Hickendusher? I think so.
Yeah, something like that. Hickenpoopers.
All right. And then, of course, brother, can you spare a stimulus check? I love that one. All right. Yeah. But the real standouts were the billionaires who reported such low incomes that they qualified for government assistance.
Of course they do.
At least 18 billionaires received stimulus checks in 2020 because their tax returns placed them below the income cutoff of $150,000 for a married couple. They're fucking billionaires.
So fucked up.
Oh my God.
That's ridiculous.
Bro, give me that
I wonder
list.
where that fucking
Here you go. Here you go.
$200 went.
You want that list? Here, they got $3,600 each. Bap.
Jesus.
Here we go.
Just to put a little fucking cherry on top of their giant dragon protected mountain full of gold.
Here's a name we're pretty familiar with. George Soros. Ira Rennert. Worth $3.7 billion. His 62,000 square foot Hamptons home is one of the largest in the country, so he was unlikely to get cabin fever during the lockdown, let alone have trouble buying food. This reads like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. I need Robin Leach to read all of this. Yes.
Right. Robin Leach.
Or at least Robin Williams.
Robin Leach.
Okay.
People.
What? Oh, hi, Nancy. Oh, goodness. She belongs in there, too. So, trust this. How wealthy families pass billions to heirs while avoiding taxes, of course, through trusts. The holes in the estate tax we found are even more remarkable. There are well-worn ways to make sure Uncle Sam doesn't get a cut of a fortune being passed on to heirs. And this fortune, and the most common is through a trust. How common, no one can say, but we found evidence that at least half of the nation's 100 richest individuals had used estate tax dodging trusts. In another story, we followed 3 century-old dynasties down through the generations, showing how they've used trusts to avoid taxes. Okay, so that a fortune could pass all the way from the original early 20th century tycoon to, for example, the great-great-granddaughter who recently collected $210 million before her 19th birthday. Let me guess. A Rockefeller, a Morgan, or a Rothschild. One of those would be my guess.
Yep.
Okay. And okay, so what's really cool is, hey, help. What?
Don't worry. You were just stepping on Jimmy. It's all right.
So help us report on taxes in the ultra wealthy. So I think that's pretty cool. So they want help. And if you know something related to this investigation, you can fill out a form or provide it securely through multiple methods, or you can volunteer your expertise. And this is the gentleman who wrote this, and you can see his signal number and his cell phone number, which is right there. Very brave and very bold. And mad respect for assembling this list, because this list is not going to make you any friends in the billionaire community. And they've got some resources to do things if you make them angry. So that's a little frightening for his safety. And I hope nothing happens to our friend Paul. And all of our friends over at ProPublica for publishing something like this, or maybe they're allowed to. I don't really know at this point, like, what the deal is with this type of reporting. You know, how they get access to this kind of secret tax files, number one. Number two, then again, that's bombshell. And then they've been dripping this stuff out for a year. Damn.
Yeah.
What do you think, man? Warren needs a blood pressure pill, it sounds like. Because he said that this was literally raising his blood pressure. That's pretty damn funny.
Gotta lay off that boudin, boy. Gotta lay at that boudin.
All right, Crab saying we need billionaires because they create jobs. Oh, wow. We got a lot of people in the chat talking about this for sure.
I mean,
RLA.
You know what it's all about.
Hey, Karen.
It's all about geometry.
It's all about geometry.
Thank you, Shaq. Karen, welcome, and thank you for following me over on the Twitter today. We are trying to get Indy to 4,000. I think that we were 3 shy the last that I saw. We are at 3997 followers on Twitter. We're at 950 on the Rockfin right now, so we are just 50 shy of 1,000 on the Rockfin. Thank you so much, everyone, for that. Looking forward to.
I'll translate into Cajun for Warren. Boudreaux say you go bring them gators to the billionaires.
Okay,
that's what we gonna do.
I like that idea. That's a good idea.
That idea.
That's a good idea.
Let's go get them gator.
Okay.
Let's throw mud bugs all over them.
All right. Here's how we're going to eat our vegetables. And this is going to kind of suck, but at the same time, it's a really important story that I think we have to cover.
Okay.
So, was it means tested?
Who has a gun to your head?
I read this story and I'm like, damn, man, nobody else is talking about this anywhere, but Kevin Gosztola dropped a banger. All right.
Okay.
And it's that the U.S. Supreme Court may take an aim at the whistleblower protection laws. And
could the Supreme Court do any worse this week? Any worse?
They're taking a wrecking ball to the rest of it. Yeah, Boudreaux, they gonna bring 10 million them gators to 10 million. Yep, that's right. Okay, so that's our friend Kevin Gosztola. Give him a shout, give him a subscribe, give him a follow, support The Dissenter, which is an offshoot of Shadowproof. It's his own personal newsletter that I also subscribe to. This is a paid article that I really thought was super important. Since I am a paid subscriber and I am a supporter, I don't feel so bad showing this to everybody. I did pay my money for this. All right. And I do support Kevin, and I share a lot of his work, and I do encourage everybody to go follow at Gosztola on Twitter. And he does unauthorized disclosure on Rockfin with Rania Kalik. Big fan of Rania too. And again, follow Shadowproof. He does that with Brian Sonnenstein. I'm a follower and a fan and a supporter of Shadowproof as well. They do excellent investigative journalism. They also report on prison stuff, prison treatments, and prison culture, and they do a really good job of that, as well as on whistleblowers. So Kevin has been following this story, and what he's saying is that the False Claims Act in the United States allows individuals with evidence of fraud against the government agencies to bring lawsuits as qui tam whistleblowers. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but I'm going to keep saying it that way, and I'll probably butcher it. They can bring a case even if the Justice Department has no interest in fighting the alleged corruption. But on June 21st, Courthouse News reported that the U.S. Supreme Court will determine whether the government has the authority to dismiss a whistleblower lawsuit brought under the False Claims Act when the government has declined to intervene in the case. In other words, the Supreme Court can now help corporations shut down independent whistleblower lawsuits that the Justice Department does not want to pursue. What?
Yeah.
Okay. And guess who? Healthcare and pharmaceutical corporations, along with their lobbying networks, have ramped up pressure in recent years to stifle the effectiveness of the False Claims Act in holding their industry accountable and prevent the law's expansion. Shocking. Under President Trump, the National Whistleblower Center reported in 2018 that U.S. government recoveries under the law hit a 10-year low. Why? Nearly $2.9 billion was recovered, but only $767 million of that was a result of lawsuits by the government. Whistleblower lawsuits, however, yielded over $2.1 billion. Why? Because a network of dark money has transformed the Supreme Court into an illegitimate and partisan institution. It's a guy by the name of Leonard Leo in the Federalist Society. The same court that overturned Roe v. Wade, ending nearly 50 years of abortion rights, could gut one of the few laws available to private citizens to challenge corporate corruption. This
also took away the fact that they took away the right to they said that natives land is now the state's land.
Right. State lines now supersede native.
Yeah.
I don't know. So.
Yeah, something like that.
We are pushing complicit government agencies to act. President Abraham Lincoln signed the first False Claims Act in 1863 during the U.S. Civil War. It became known as the Lincoln Law. Why? Because according to Tom Mueller, who was author of Crisis of Conscious Whistleblowing in an Age of Fraud, so he wrote a book about this, the law was intended to stop Army and Navy contractors from stealing taxpayer dollars, but also to push complacent or complicit government agencies to act. So if the government and the Justice Department wasn't acting, it was up to these private agencies or private citizens to bring this lawsuit against these corrupt contractors to the government. The U.S. did not have a Justice Department then, he noted, this Mueller. And I thought it was Robert Mueller, but it's not. It's the author. But what the Lincoln Law did was empower individuals to prosecute fraud with or without the government's participation. Offending contractors could be fined $2,000 for each misrepresentation or false claims that they made when requesting payment from the government. The law was gutted by Congress in 1943 because the Justice Department claimed that it didn't need the assistance of whistleblowers when prosecutors already knew about the fraud. And as Republican Senator Chuck Grassley recalled, this led to absurd results that only hurt the taxpayer. Well, of course he did. He's a corporate suck-up senator, right?
Yeah.
So Grassley, who's an advocate for the law, of course, said it basically meant that all whistleblower cases were blocked, even cases where the government only knew about the fraud because of the whistleblower. Well, that's no good. Right? In 1986, he helped to ensure that amendments to the False Claims Act were passed to restore power to private citizens to bring whistleblower lawsuits. That's a good thing. It ensured that whistleblowers would receive a reward in return for risking their career or legal jeopardy. However, in order to convince President Ronald Reagan to sign the amendments into law, Grassley and other senators had to overcome institutional opposition within the Justice Department. Of course they did, because they thought that they were taking away power from the Justice Department. Jay Stevens and Stuart Schiffer, two senior DOJ officials, opposed restoring the False Claims Act. Stevens contended that the Justice Department was already doing a good enough job against defense contractor fraud, and a stronger law would hamper their work, according to Mueller. The law, Stevens said, quote, was an anachronism from a time when the United States had no central investigative force. Now that the DOJ and the FBI existed, most qui tam whistleblowers were parasitic, quote, bounty hunters who interfered with legitimate law enforcers and ultimately provided little useful evidence of wrongdoing. Where'd this guy go to work after he left the government? I just wonder. The counter to Justice Department officials was that the restoration of the False Claims Act was necessary to protect whistleblowers from retaliation. The amendments were needed to prevent a complacent and complicit Justice Department from entering into sweetheart deals with powerful contractors. No, we've never seen that happen before, right?
No.
So what it's being presented as is a devastating threat to the executive's constitutional authority. The Justice Department officials remained opposed, even though Reagan declined to veto the amendments. In 1989, they argued to the U.S. Supreme Court that the law was unconstitutional.
Okay.
Here's a name you know, Bill Barr.
Yeah.
Who later became Attorney General under Trump, was the Assistant Attorney General at the time. He contended then that the False Claims Act represented a, quote, devastating threat to the executive's constitutional authority and to the doctrine of separation of powers, unquote. He objected to how Congress empowers citizens to help stimulate government action against fraud. Quote, there's been a massive upsurge in qui tam actions. Over 150 suits have been filed. Well, that's because there's been a mass upsurge in government corruption, you clown. These actions have disrupted the civil and criminal enforcement activities of the department. Yeah, because you're rife with corruption.
Oh.
They've also undermined the executive's ability to administer complex procurement contracts and in some cases have caused serious national security concerns.
Yeah.
Right? The 1986 amendments have also spawned the formation of full-time bounty hunting groups, ersatz departments of justice that go about prosecuting civil fraud actions in the name of the United States. So basically ambulance chasing lawyers who are looking for these fraud cases, and because there's so much of it, they're bringing these cases all day long and the Justice Department can't keep up. Well, guess what? The Justice Department can't keep up. Bill Barr was worried about groups representing whistleblowers who could collect up to 30% of any recovery because their effectiveness put the Justice Department to shame. He was ultimately unsuccessful in persuading the Supreme Court to neuter the False Claims Act at the time. However, 3 decades later, Barr was at it again in his position as Trump's Attorney General. The Justice Department dismissed an increased number of false claims cases for the reasons that Grassley believed had nothing to do with the merits of the cases. It seemed prosecutors were intent to discourage whistleblowers and undermine efforts to root out serious fraud. What a surprise. Why don't you, forget that ever happened now? All right? Bloomberg Law reported that the Justice Department moved to dismiss, quote, at least 14 cases involving pharmaceuticals. 11 of the cases were brought by the National Healthcare Analysis Group, which alleged violations of anti-kickback laws that prohibit improper marketing of drugs to medical professionals. They were viewed as a bounty hunting group, so we can't really pay attention to what they're doing. The National Whistleblower Center called attention, right? Go ahead.
It's just like the stuff they're willing to just say out loud is...
They don't care. Yeah,
anyway. Again,
who's stopping them?
I know.
This is the Attorney General. So
I know.
They're the authority in their mind, right? All right. So the National Whistleblower Center, called attention to the fact that the Justice Department was attempting to dismiss a case against the pharmaceutical corporation known as Gilead Sciences. A whistleblower accused the corporation of manufacturing drugs with contaminated ingredients from China, and unusually, the Justice Department maintained it would just be too costly to pursue the lawsuit. So it didn't.
China.
Grassley and a bipartisan group of senators tried in 2021 to correct the issue of dismissals by the Justice Department by creating a test. Prosecutors would be required to identify a valid government purpose and a rational relation between dismissal and accomplishment of that purpose. Right? So the whistleblower would then have the ability to challenge the dismissal by demonstrating that the dismissal was fraudulent, arbitrary, and capricious or illegal. But Big Pharma succeeded in blocking the amendments from inclusion in the 2021 infrastructure bill that passed. It was a major loss for whistleblowers. Fuck, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Quote, by raising false flags about these amendments and locking progress through complex and endless court cases, unquote, the National Whistleblower Center warned an anti-whistleblower victory, which could open the floodgates for future attacks on these highly successful whistleblower protections, were secured by lobbyists. And here's where we find out why. Records, settlements, and rewards under the False Claims Act. Here's where the donors are getting involved, and they're going, this ain't cool. During the past 5 years, lawsuits against the False Claims Act that are backed by corporate interests have sought to amplify uncertainty around the Supreme Court and lower courts' interpretation of provisions in the law. Each million spent on these efforts is intended to stall the progress of whistleblowers courageous enough to take a stand against corporate influence and power. I'm going to say that again. Each million spent on these efforts is intended to stall the progress of whistleblowers courageous enough to take a stand against corporate influence and power. GlaxoSmithKline, a major pharmaceutical corporation, was hit with a record $3 billion fine in 2012 after marketing their drugs for unauthorized uses and cheating the U.S. government's Medicaid program. The result was a whistleblower reward of $250 million, which 4 individuals split.
What the fuck?
Faced with allegations that it sold toxic mortgage-backed securities and other financial products in the run-up to the 2008 economic crash, Bank of America agreed to a record settlement with the U.S. government of $16.65 billion in 2014. 3 whistleblowers and 1 firm shared a $170 million reward in that case.
Jeez.
That's not 30%. That's like
no
some odd percent. In this case, again, $3,250,000,000. That's not a third either. But they're still making nice coin. Now, people are getting angry, obviously, over the $170 million and the $250 million that's going to the individuals, and of course, the massive fines that's happening in the first place. Here's another one: pharmaceutical giant Johnson & Johnson entered into a $2.2 billion settlement with the government in 2012 to end a lawsuit involving allegations related to fraud and kickback schemes perpetrated to sell 3 drugs, Risperdal, Natracor, and Invega. Vega. A whistleblower received a $167 million reward. Thank goodness for that. They deserve it. They put their entire life on the line. These are just 3 examples of how private individuals with evidence and knowledge of fraud can pursue a modest level of accountability against corporations, whether Justice Department officials have the political appetite for such action or not. The Justice Department their history of opposition to the False Claims Act does not exactly inspire confidence that the corporate-captured Supreme Court will leave the law alone. If the Supreme Court yet again prioritizes corporations and upends a settled law, their ruling may greatly diminish a tool that whistleblowers have wielded for decades.
Okay.
So,
well,
keep your eye on those guys.
Burn the fuck down.
Not cool. Not cool at all.
That's totally not going to cause problems in the future.
Right?
That's definitely not going to screw anything up.
Nope.
You know?
Nah, it's totally not there meant to discourage anybody from doing anything. But I hate to give everybody some more nightmare fuel, but our next story is not getting much better because, ladies and gentlemen, PreCrime is here. Algorithm predicts crime a week in advance. It reveals, of course, bias in police response. This is kind of a hilarious article. Nice.
What?
Yeah. There we go.
I mean, that fits, right? This is...
Well, this is the study is titled Event Level Prediction of Urban Crime Reveals Signature Enforcement Bias in U.S. Cities. What a surprise. And then it shows the additional authors that are part of the study from University of Chicago who did a great job in putting this.
So everybody sounds like they're from Chicago there, huh?
Well, no, they all go to school in Chicago. They're not all from Chicago, brother.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
All right.
Eventually.
Well, advances in machine learning and AI have sparked interest from governments that would like to use these tools for predictive policing to deter crime. Oh my God. Early efforts at crime prediction have been controversial, however, because they do not account for systemic biases in police enforcement and its complex relationship with crime and society. Understatement, but yes.
It's complex. Like if you put it, it's complicated on Facebook,
right? It's that's definitely it's complicated kind of relationship. Okay. Data and social scientists from the University of Chicago have developed a new algorithm, thank you so much, guys, that forecasts crime by learning patterns in time and geographic locations from public data on violent and property crimes. The model can predict future crimes 1 week in advance with about 90% accuracy. Wait, what? In a separate model, the research team also studied the police response to crime by analyzing the number of arrests following the incidents and comparing those rates among neighborhoods with different socioeconomic status. Here's what we're going to find. They saw that crime in wealthier areas resulted in more arrests, while arrests in disadvantaged neighborhoods dropped. What a surprise! Crime in poor neighborhoods didn't lead to more arrests, however, suggesting bias in police response and enforcement. Again, no shit. What we're seeing is that when you stress the system, it requires more resources to arrest more people in response to crime in a wealthy area and draws police resources away from lower socioeconomic status areas, said the PhD at University of Chicago, and I'm not going to butcher his name. Let's just call him Dr. Chato, okay, and senior author of the study, okay. Dr. Chato. All right, so this tool was tested and validated using historical data from the city of Chicago around 2 broad categories of reported events. I'll bet our friends over at Chicago Corner would be very interested in this story. Violent crimes, of course, which are homicides, assaults, and batteries. Okay, and property crimes, burglaries, thefts, and motor vehicle thefts. The data were used because they were most likely to be reported to police in urban areas where there is historical distrust and lack of cooperation with law enforcement. Such crimes are also less prone to enforcement bias, as is the case with drug crimes, traffic stops, and other misdemeanor infractions. I'm sorry, I couldn't even get through that sentence without laughing. Seriously, guys? Yeah. That's Kitty. That's right, Warren. Kitty. Okay. Previous efforts at crime prediction often use an epidemic or seismic approach where crime is depicted as emerging in hotspots that spread to surrounding areas. These tools miss out on the complex social environment of cities, however, and don't consider the relationship between crime and the effects of police enforcement. Well, yes. So the new model isolates crime by looking at time and spatial coordinates of discrete events and detecting patterns to predict future events. So it divides the city, here's where we go, into spatial tiles. It's basically Minecrafting the city, roughly 1,000 feet across, and predicts crime within these areas instead of relying on traditional neighborhood or political boundaries, which are also subject to bias.
Right, so they're algorithmically got it. And so, of course, it would be the spots that are like, poor.
Well, actually, but what it's saying is that it's identifying more crime in the wealthier areas, which is taking away from the ability to police in the poorer areas. And that's what they're claiming here. So hence the need for more cops. No. Oh, God, no. The model performed just as well with data from 7 other U.S. cities. That's really interesting. Okay, Atlanta, Austin, Detroit, L.A., Philadelphia, Portland, and San Francisco. So they demonstrate that the importance of discovering city-specific patterns for the prediction of reported crime, which generates a fresh view on neighborhoods in the city, allows them to ask novel questions, and lets them evaluate police action in new ways. Oh God, this is just dystopian. This is setting up for the robot fucking dogs right here. Dr. Chato is careful to note that the tool's accuracy does not mean that it should be used to direct law enforcement. With police departments using it to swarm neighborhoods proactively to prevent crime. Like literally, I'm giving you a model to give you 90% chance to predict crime a week in advance, but don't use it, and it's not for the police to use. Instead, it should be added to a toolbox of urban policies and policing strategies to address crime. Are you kidding me? Horrifying. Now, we created a digital twin of urban environments. If you feed it data from what happened in the past, it'll tell you what's going to happen in the future. It's not magical. There are limitations, but we validated and it works really well, Dr. Chato said. Now, you can use this as a simulation tool to see what happens if crime goes up in one area of the city or if there's increased enforcement in another area. If you apply all these different variables, you can see how the system evolves in response. Oh, so it's learning AI. This is literally fucking Skynet, guys. And that's the end of the fucking hour of nonsense from Indie. Holy crap. How did we miss all of that nonsense? Sorry, everybody.
That's like the thing that Batman uses that he gives to Morgan Freeman's character because he can't have that much power.
Oh my God. Yeah, literally. Like the thing to map the entire city. Yep. Pretty much. Like it doesn't already exist. Oof.
Right.
Again, nightmare fuel right there. That's how they're going to police us in the future, is with this predictive pre-crime stuff. Like you saw the Majority Report, like that. Not the show. I'm sorry, the Minority Report, the one with the Spielberg movie with Tom Cruise. All right, that is freaking horrifying.
Yeah, it gives the guy like it lets him see into the future to like see a crime happening, right? Essentially, like this weird robot thing pops out little memories.
Yipper 99 nailed it. Is this Minority Report? Yep. This is pre-crime, 100%. Yep. Oh, and Warren's of course advising us to wash our heinies, and we need to do that. Or actually, he said, "Wash your ass." Buy a wash your ass shirt over at the Extra Booyah store. They're hilarious. It literally has a donkey inside a bathtub. which is awesome.
It's great.
Oh, I gotta hide Reeve or pull Lula over you. Here we go. Okay. In the 1980s, applied for and got awarded a university bursary for engineering from the apartheid South African government-owned defense contractor. It paid all university fees, and schools should be free. Of course, apartheid is no good. Scrotus, yes, that is a Scrotus for sure. The Supreme Regime Court, yes, the Extreme Court is what I called it. The U.S. Regime Court. And the Boudreaux gonna bring them gators down to them billionaires. Oh, come on. There go Saints.
Yep,
Krill Fingers,
sure.
How are you, man? Thank you, everybody, so much for supporting, hanging out. Good to see everybody. Sorry for the nightmare fuel. We're gonna have some fun now, and I'm gonna turn it over to our friend Reef over here, and we're gonna do some boats because I know he's got some stuff for us. There we go.
I do.
And I watch mindless shit. Boats that smash into other boats.
I don't hear Jimmy, but now it's Reef and Jordy LaForge. Get.
Yeah, LaForge.
Get.
What is happening in engineering? Why are you doing these things on the holodeck that you do?
Spot.
You don't know. You just make sure the warp coils are cool.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, that's my beard, bro. I know it's warm.
We're just gonna watch Reef on
all right,
full.
fine.
Bye. We're just gonna watch Reef on full screen. Is that cat saying Kitty? Yeah. Come on, we need the sound bit. Come on, let's hear some roaring.
I do have it.
Somewhere.
It's just I need to organize these better. There we go. We did it.
Warren.
So
it's the Reef Show, everybody.
Earlier, we were. Oh, I should also have. There we go. Look at that. Now it's the Reef Show.
Oh goodness gracious.
Yes. So for the people watching the clip at home earlier, I don't think we are.
No.
I don't think so. Joe Rogan, don't do that to us.
No,
come on,
dude,
bro.
You're worth like $10 billion, bro. Come on.
Like, yeah, dude, I'll give you whatever nickel came off the video. Like, but anyway, we were talking about Susquehanna earlier.
Yes, we were.
Right. In what context were we talking about it? Tell the kids at home.
It was the name of one of the firm of one of the billionaires that's avoiding taxes and in our second wonderful ProPublica
Susquehanna Institute. Something like that, right? Okay.
Susquehanna Capital or something like that. Okay.
Yeah, this is which I need this. Hold on. This is Joe Rogan.
Rogan.
And what's his name? Oh, here it is. Joey.
I started bringing him my fucking reefer.
Diaz.
Okay.
I'm in Philadelphia, and I'm with my boy Tommy Jr. and his girl, and we get high as Jesus on the fucking space shuttle. We got down, Joe Diaz. We went deep. We just kept smoking.
We just fucking smoked this and didn't do shit to me.
What?
You gotta break out the A weed when I come up here, dog.
What are you talking about?
Right, that weed we just smoked. Don't do shit to me. If you make me drive 40 minutes up, you gotta get me stoned, bro. That's Susquehanna weed. I've been telling you about that shit.
Susquehanna?
Yeah, that shit don't do nothing to you.
You're so crazy.
It's
you
true.
You need to go to a doctor.
What the fuck, dog? You gotta
need to
bring
go
out
to
some
a,
strong
you need to go to
fucking
a
weed,
doctor.
guy.
What are you talking
that shit
about?
don't
It
do
is
nothing
strong.
to you, dog. You gotta bust out some good weed, dog. Look at my fucking eyes. Do I look high to you, guy?
Yeah, you look high as fuck.
Because I smoke on the way. Because I knew you were gonna get that Susquehanna fucking weed.
Joey.
You better start getting some good fucking weed,
You gave him
dog.
that Hannah Montana weed.
Yeah,
Joe,
that's
didn't
a
you?
shit
What the fuck is
fucking weed you give me. That's the
dude?
second time in a fucking row.
Yo, dude, you just
Cocksucker, I love
smoked
you to death.
train wreck.
And it was garbage. They
That
sold
is
you
not
on it. Look at my
garbage. You're
eyes.
so crazy.
That's garbage. You better
You're
start getting
so
some
crazy.
strong fucking
Look,
weed or go to a
okay,
different
Joey,
store. I love
relax,
you, dog.
Relax. I love you too.
I
But
love
you got to go to a doctor.
We're here, motherfuckers.
Brian, hold on. Brian, how high are you right now?
He gets high on a fucking toenail.
Are you high as fuck?
High as fuck. Look at him.
How
If he
high
was
are you?
high as fuck, he'd dial an ambulance.
Joey, please relax.
The biggest thing was that it was a tightly rolled joint.
Right.
And
Don't do
he's
that.
just a
Come on,
huge
guy.
power hits where he just feels like in his lungs. You are. You like big hits.
No,
You like,
I couldn't get a hit off it. It was too fucking tight.
Okay.
You know I love you to death, but you gotta pack the 18.
Okay, Joey. All you're doing is complaining about
I'm not
weed.
complaining. I'm just saying that I want to get high when I come
I'm not
up here.
complaining. Listen to what you're doing. That's complaining.
You invite me to your home and you give me the Susquehanna weed.
What the fuck is a Susquehanna? What else?
What the fuck is a Susquehanna?
What the fuck are you talking
Remember
about?
those Susquehanna hat companies?
No.
Abbott and Costello, those cheap.
The Susquehanna Hat Company.
So basically, cheap,
that's what Joey Diaz is talking
cheap
about.
dirt weed is what he's saying without saying
Fucking
it.
hats. You gotta bring the A team here. Anyway,
What fucking planet are you from? You are so fucked up.
You know what Susquehanna is?
I don't know what Susquehanna is.
Fugazi.
No more fucking late night podcast for Joey. No more. No more. You can't.
I love you, dog. I haven't seen you.
I love you too, but.
Oh yeah, Joey Diaz still gets coked out at shows. Are you kidding?
Shout out Polytunes. He's always fucking killed these animations.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
That's great.
So I guess it's time for boats, right? We did the boats transition so people know
boats.
about the boats.
Uh-oh. Everybody run, there's a boat. It's about to smash into another boat. Oh, bring it. It's pushing. It's pushing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's
but
pushing.
realize the tonnages we're talking about.
It's pushing. It's crashing. It's scraping against the side of the ship.
Yeah, and it's pushing this whole like, you know.
How about putting the engines in reverse, bro? MSC, that's a cruise liner.
Yeah, dude, he's full reverse right now, I guarantee.
You're in my spot, bro. You're in my spot.
Hey.
You're in my parking spot. Get out of my way.
Get out of my way.
That's the cruise liner saying, get out of my way.
Yep.
Wow. Is that what's going on inside?
No. I wish.
Alright, it's time to abdicate here.
That's a piano.
Yeah. A grand piano that's bolted to the they were smart about that. They knew.
Oh, Maron. Yow. Wow. That's a boat.
So, you know,
that's
cruises are fun.
The Viking Sky. Damn.
Yep.
Next time my wife says she wants to go on a cruise, remind me to show her that.
Yeah, I know, right? So
Musical
lawyer
chairs,
charged,
go start. That's a winner right there. That's great. Nice.
So lawyer charged with trying to bribe cop in marijuana case. So this is by the AP.
On weed.
So this is from the Boston AP. A Massachusetts lawyer has pleaded not guilty to federal charges. He tried to bribe the Medford police chief to get help in opening a recreational marijuana dispensary on behalf of a client. So, yep, the records say that Somerville attorney Sean O'Donovan, of course, we're in fucking Boston.
I'm sure I'm surprised it wasn't Sully O'Donovan, Shauna.
Like we're right out of the fucking Departed. So pleaded not guilty in federal court on Friday to 3 counts stemming from his efforts to win an agreement that would allow the client to open a marijuana dispensary in Medford. He was released. The client was unaware of O'Donovan's efforts. The Justice Department said in a Friday news release announcing the charges. Mr. O'Donovan did not bribe a public official. He did not discuss bribing a public official, and that the charges against him constitute an unprecedented extension of federal criminal law that we intend to vigorously challenge in the courtroom, O'Donovan's attorney Martin Weinberg said in a Saturday email. So prosecutors say that in February 2021, O'Donovan's approached a close relative of the Medford police chief and offered to pay $25,000 to speak with the chief about the client's anticipated application to open a marijuana business in Medford. The chief immediately alerted federal authorities. Prosecutors say that over the next few months, O'Donovan met with the relative, described in court papers as Individual 1, to discuss the plan. The only problem for Mr. O'Donovan is the FBI was listening in on every single one of those meetings he had with Individual 1. First Assistant United States Attorney Joshua Levy told reports on Friday. So,
ouch. Oh,
get boned.
Oh,
get boned.
Oh. Oops.
Oh God, isn't that good? Oh shit, you got me. Fuck.
Martin Weinberg, you're not going to win your case.
No.
Since his lawyer already pled guilty. Sheesh.
Right. Yeah.
Wow. Boston. That's right.
Crazy.
Oh my Lord.
Fucking Boston.
Okay. Over
look,
trying
more
to bribe
boats.
a cop with 25 G's. Okay.
Yep. Wee.
Oh no.
I love.
This is the motor.
Yeah.
Make
Got the
sure
outboard
you
crank side.
Make sure you have control of it before you do that. Is it going to end up in the lake? Oh, no,
there you go.
Control. Okay.
And then it. I love them fucking laughing at him.
His voice
That's
is
like half
dying.
the
Oh,
fun.
yeah. That's wow. That's great.
That's just funny. Children.
Dad Zone.
Dad Zone.
Yay.
Okay.
Oh boy. This looks old. This looks like it could have been me. Oh, down. Oh, that will be a bloody nose. Wow, talk about delayed reaction. Bang.
Yeah. Oh God. Why little boys are just the fucking dumbest. We don't get any better either.
No. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, face smash. Oh. After spending all day with my kids, I just say, oh.
I know, right? This one's good. Okay, and action.
I thought you wanted to see the animals. I'm good. No.
Oh, God.
Round the window up. Fuck.
Dude, you're holding the food. What do you expect me to do?
Yeah, I know.
Bro, you're holding the food.
Right.
And by the way, you don't need those headrests anymore. You're big enough. Come on.
I can't wait for this to happen in your house.
Pulling off eyelashes.
That's funny. That's just funny right there. What if what happens if you just came home to this? Like that screen is fucked up, son.
It's not just the screen, but the speaker that he just threw at it.
Yeah, and
that's
like
one of the rears.
That's like a bucket.
Is it? It looked like a Sonos Series 1, but maybe not. Who's filming
Maybe-
that?
well,
That's
that's
right.
like,
Oh, that's got to be the nanny cam. That's got to be the nanny cam.
Yeah, or something.
Lauren. Because if there's anybody in the room watching that, but at that point, like, I might as well get it on film because nobody's going to believe that it was not those kids. Okay.
So, look, it's baby feet.
Oh.
But like, watch. You'll tell me to turn it off soon.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, no fix. No fix. No, why you do that? Stop it, baby. Oh, why are they doing that?
Oh,
no.
God. Stop.
I can't. I told you.
Ah! Just naturally wants to go the other way.
He just wants. He's putting it that way and like shoving it. Like, what is he doing? Oh God! It just fucking freaks me out. Like, it's just weird.
Okay.
Oh.
Are we at Action Park?
No.
My poor baby. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh. What? Wait, was that on purpose? That must have been on purpose. Because somebody's got to teach that kid that's not how you're supposed to do it. Or maybe that is. Maybe that's what he wanted. He didn't seem to be too upset.
He'll be all right.
What in the Sam hell?
So,
okay, another nanny cam here.
So there's the dad. Grabs kid out the door.
Uh-oh.
Right?
Something's bad's about to happen.
It's a earthquake.
Holy shnikes. Here comes mom.
And there's the old lady. Notice dad priorities.
Well, dad was next
You know?
to kid. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I do not, Colin. Only like 85% of them. Only like 85% of them.
Oh boy.
And action.
Ask me?
Is the marker tip poisonous?
Why would you ask me that question?
Because I wonder what it is.
Wait, what? You say? Look at Jazz and ask her that question.
Is the marker tip poisonous?
Is what poisonous?
A marker tip. I wonder I wonder if it's like poisonous.
I mean, you're not supposed to eat it because I think if you eat it, you can die. But
So
like, obviously you wouldn't eat it, right?
Exactly. Why would you ask if a marker tip?
Look at that face. Oh. Of course he ate a carrot. Of course he did.
Of course.
Oh, that's great. Holy shit.
Oh.
Why would you ask that question, dude? Oh, that's great.
I love that. All right, dad reflexes. Oh God. Oh shit. I got it. I saved it.
Oh, he
He
might have
came in
crushed his
clutch.
kid too, a little bit. But nice save. He shoots. He saves.
Yeah, that's
There
like it
comes
is like a
Mom.
real good save. And that's the day he installed the mirror. It's the first
Yeah.
time.
Now it's wall mounted.
Oh.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is not going to go well for some co-ed, would be my guess. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? What?
So that's okay.
What
so
just
she
happened?
starts.
Oh, she's on the sleigh
She
bed.
starts. Right.
What is she doing
right.
there?
So, but she's trying to do a video.
Right.
Right. And she's like, hey, little sister, get the fuck out of my video. Right? Like, so she like shoves her.
Oh shit, Bap.
I can buy you candy.
Oh shit.
No, don't tell Dad. Don't tell Dad. Listen, don't tell Dad. If you tell Dad, I'll buy you food. Come here.
Oh,
Don't tell Dad. Don't tell Dad.
Oh, that's like the
Don't
10-year-old
do it.
sister.
Oh, yeah. Like, don't tell Dad. Don't do that.
No,
I'll buy you
don't get me in
candy.
trouble. Whatever it
Like,
takes. Ooh.
oh, God.
Jenga. Why? Why? Why would you-
Because this is life.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
no!
God. Why did you go so high pitched?
Oh, that's why. Because I felt that right down to my to the gotchas and the gooches. Oh my goodness!
Like you fucking went all the way up there.
That one hurt real bad. That hurt real bad. That hit me right where it should have. Ow. Okay.
This one should too.
Okay. He said, "Get that shit out of here." He's wearing knee pads. Come on, dunk that shit. Let's go.
Come on, baby. Get it from mommy.
Yeah! Oh,
He learned that Dennis Rodman.
He totally
He learned the Dennis
that shit.
Rodman. How did he learn that so quick?
I don't know if he's laughing harder or if he's really crying. Oh,
Michael
that's
Jordan.
some funny stuff.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah. Stop it. Get some help.
God.
Nice.
Yep.
Good shot. He got him in the gotchas. Oh, okay. Pets.
Even other animals are like not prepared for the parents and you know, fucking that 1,000-yard stare. Oh God, what have I done?
This is my Monday.
This is my Monday.
Man, you know I'm a soda connoisseur. Oh, man, let me get to the soft drinks, man. You know I'm a soda connoisseur. Oh, that's how we playing. Is that your face is the drink? Okay.
Wow. That thing's got some reflexes, huh? Kitty.
Yep. He was through there.
Oh, we got more kitty.
Here's Kitty. Full screen.
Or not, beautifuls. Why are you looking at me?
Why are you looking at me? I love how he's looking at he's like, oh God, what is that? Oh God.
Oh my God, that's so good. Oh, it's so good.
Here's a little brain cleanse for everyone.
This is like the baby. Oh shit, it's cold.
It's fucking freezing. Steve, bro, it's cold out here, bro. Come on, all right, let's everyone go back inside. Like, look at them all go back. Like, fuck this.
Bye-bye.
It's fucking cold.
No, I'm not
We're
taking
going
that
back
shit.
in.
Somebody shut the door.
Hey, don't leave me out of here.
Bro, shut the door on your way in.
Yep.
Last one in to close it.
Turn the heat up.
Come on, we don't live in a barn or anything. Come on. Oh, I really sound
I know,
like
right?
Zone. Now that's real dad zone.
Cut up, I'm just on Crocodile Watch for him. Look out, Tommy, Crocodile! Oh.
Look out, Tommy.
I'll get him. Go away. Go away, Crocodile. Hey.
Hey, get on out of here, you cunt. Oi, mate.
Dude.
Knock it off.
I'm busy.
Is this Steve
What?
Irwin?
Must be.
Is it the crocodile hunter? No, Steve Irwin.
I think
Oh.
they just
Rest in
they're
peace.
just there. Rip. I don't know why.
Because he's lying.
That's you.
That tiger
Fuck
went
your
tiger.
smoothie.
That tiger went tiger.
Good boy.
He says good boy.
Well.
No, that's not good.
Well, if he says not good boy, he may get eaten. So good boy.
Okay.
A pet lion. I was right the first time. He ain't lying. He's lying.
So can you define America in a single word?
Wahoo! Maybe.
That's America.
That would be my word for America. Yes.
In a single word.
Oh.
I was going to put him. Excuse me. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him. Excuse me. The foothills of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping.
What?
That's a single word. The foothills of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping. What?
But in a single word.
Somebody broke the Biden again.
Oh God, damn it!
Wait, play that one more time.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him. Excuse me. The foothills of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping.
Foothills?
Look at her.
Word?
Look at her though.
How do you interpret
look at the lady
that?
in the back?
Is it that? Well, you know who she? That's the new. That's the Supreme Court justice. That's Brown. Supreme Court Justice Brown. Is they're swearing in?
That's crazy.
As you
foothills of the Himalayas.
Nurse Dr. Jill, she's got to be on the other side because you know she's not but 3 steps from Joe at all moments.
Oh, especially near stairs.
And bikes apparently. Whee! Well, that's that's DIY bidet. He had a dingleberry that was hanging. Yeah, he had a dingleberry hanging and he needed it cleaned off, so he figured that was the best way to do it.
Otherwise, they look like this.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. What the hell? It's coming right for us. Holy Nikes.
Dude, bidets are dope.
Wait. And bye-bye.
Damn, bye-bye.
It's going to go over the edge at some point. You're not going to see it.
Yeah.
Damn, that thing is just slow rolling, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That's a big old rock. The pioneers used to ride those babies for miles. But I felt like people should know.
Greg.
What?
Greg, oh. Hey now.
Like, look at how you're right there. You're right there. Like, look, there's a person here and a person here.
Yep. Look out. Oh
my God. That whole rock wall comes off.
Hope you didn't mount to that. Because that would be painful. Oh, it's still falling.
Yeah.
Like it just made it to the water.
Okay, and after you remove the fecal matter from my pants, I would continue up the mountain.
Yeah.
Jesus Christmas. Woo.
Okay, after that, little cleanser.
Okay. He makes them all jump in line. Look at that shit.
That's not even the good part yet. We gotta get my other stick.
And what's that gonna make it jump and do? Damn, dude. What? Trippy. Vert the Ferk.
Look how cool that looks, dude.
That's sugar on there or salt?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Or like sand or whatever.
How did he figure out that it'll work in those patterns if
This
he
is
moves
frequencies. This is a friction thing, right? So depending on the like surface contact between the ball and the thing will produce a different frequency when rubbed against that like resonant surface.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and then like the stuff on top has to kind of follow the vibrations of the resonance, like a drum. Like if you put that on a drum, you can do that with fire, probably.
Go.
Yep. I imagine you could do that with fire, with a little bit of alcohol and a, you know, but anyway,
okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, let's find an alternate route. Oh, that's not it.
Alternate route. Yeah, that would be like what a smart man would do.
Sounded like what he was going for, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Is he gonna swat her?
And now give it some razzle-dazzle.
Who is that? Who is that?
That's my mom.
That's his mom, apparently.
Yep.
Oh God. Where's the thing? I got the thing somewhere. Oh.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
This is pretty good.
Oh.
Wait.
He shoved the stick in there. Look.
Is he
broomstick? Hi.
What an asshole! But pull
right?
the broomstick out, bro.
Yeah, that would have been smart.
Really funny.
Oh, who put this car here? Like, why? Did he not look? Who put this car here?
In this parking spot.
Literally what that motherfucker
in a
said.
parking lot.
It's not. It's like, you know.
Handicap spot, right? It's like in the handicap zone.
Yeah. You want some oranges?
Uh-oh. 92 miles an hour.
عندك 3 شكل.
What the fuck?
عندك شكل.
Wait, what? Why? He's gonna open that truck. Yeah, he is. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, goodness, no. Oh. Oh, that's not a good idea, dude. I think you know what you're doing, but I don't think that's such a good idea unless you're Spider-Man.
And I think he's throwing it into the car.
Come on. Bro! Are you serious? Yeah, that was worth risking my life over. Fucking morons. Now you're gonna show it off to the fucking driver, Clementines? That's what $4.99 a bag gets you, fucker. That's really
that's funny. So why New York be crazy?
Oh goodness, that's Chucky.
What the fuck? Get the fuck off of me! What are you doing? Get off of me! What's wrong with you? What the fuck is going on this fucking train? I'm so
Oh, smack
nice.
that
Somebody
motherfucker.
yanked the mask off. Good job. Nice. Love it.
It was Old Man Jenkins the whole time. This is just funny. Fucking dumb cops.
Don't need to be grabbed. My name's Anthony Tyler. Just tell Heath. Have you seen what I say? Have you seen my face? And especially when he got a snidey little hit. Oh, that's what it was. You see him back and he's on.
Wait for it.
Listen.
Oh shit, they're here.
What the fuck is that about? You want to kill people? Wait, did you get that on record? Yeah. Or do you want to kill people? Hey, send me that.
He just
I like how they got out. Like, I meant to do that.
They just drifted into their spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can go square out me and you don't think, listen.
Like, I don't think he meant to do that. Oh God. I don't know. I think New York is more concentrated crazy. That's like distilled crazy. Florida's got you definitely got crazy, but it's like spread out, you know? Just to notice in the debate and chat. Look at these mall cops. Look, they're chasing a kid on a hoverboard.
Oh, come on.
They're chasing a kid on a hoverboard, man. And like, watch how he gets him. Fuck you.
Yeah. Trip over that board, motherfucker, dude. Oh. I don't think he meant to do that.
No, fucking mall cops ruining everybody's fun. Here's some more mall cops, but actual cops that would probably be better mall cops.
ID also, please, sir. Okay, I'm gonna place you under arrest then. You're not placing me under arrest. You have no right to ask for any. Come here.
He fell over.
All right, taser.
The taser didn't work. He reloads, tasers again.
He is under arrest. He's under arrest.
For what?
For trespassing and for disorderly conduct.
Public property, dipshit. Not disorderly conduct.
Yeah, dummy.
And he refused to give me his ID, which he's required to do.
For what?
So I could issue him a citation for trespassing.
It's not trespassing.
Right. Fucking dumbass.
Hey, Cap.
Yeah. Although this cop tells him fucking what's up.
Yeah.
You know. He's been there a bit. He knows these fuckers. But anyway.
They all know who the bad cops are. That's right.
Shit.
They all know who the bad cops are. And they choose to ignore it.
Yep.
Just saying.
Can you tell where this like bicyclist is at? Does that look like the turnpike?
Yeah, it's somewhere they don't belong. In the middle of a highway.
Well, don't worry. Stupid learns. Ooh, he was lucky. So fucking lucky.
Was he? I guess.
Like, I don't think he got, like, I think his bike got fucked up, but I think he just got whipped into the ground. I can't imagine he's going all that fast. You know, he's on a bicycle. So, but anyway, these guys are going fast. Since it's, well, it's not quite. In 10 minutes, it's 4th of July. That day we celebrate using gunpowder to steal the land from.
I do see some. I do see a board and I do see some fireworks.
Yeah, bud.
Is that a firework car?
Yeah, bud.
Whee! Oh no. Okay, why would you want to fuck up your car like that?
Bliad, because we're Russian. And had good time, brother.
Sure.
This is Russian
Is that
what is
the
it,
dude
Gross
from
Point
Clockwork
Blank?
Orange?
Yes. Yep.
It
That's
looks
his
like the
that's
dude
his
with the
helmet.
hat.
For
His
safety.
Clockwork Orange helmet.
So I got this is the last little bit, and then we might, you know, play the game, maybe finish it out. Oh.
Oh!
He's okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I just figured we'd end on some bangs.
You're on fire, dog.
Yeah, not so funny now.
Dude.
Your backyard's on fire.
Jesus. Don't play with fire, boys and girls. But you know, also, why do people do dumb stuff with like gunpowder? I don't get it. Everyone almost died. Woo!
World's largest cap gun ever, right there.
Is that what it was? Oh God. Why? I mean, he's got the new barbecue going. All right. All right.
Sure.
Well, I guess I should put it out now. Here. So I got a bucket of water. Watch. Look, this is all you gotta do. Put it out. Look.
No. Oh, that's a big mistake. Okay, fire department. Call 911, please. Before it gets my gazebo, please. 911.
I think
at least I got firewood.
Now.
He's got firewood.
Yeah, I know, right? Yep. But so yeah.
That was that
between that and that was it. That was the Big Bang. You're welcome, everybody.
Boom.
So
Happy July 4th.
Right?
Oh my goodness, we have a Jesse Jet sighting. Dude.
What's up, Jesse?
Dude, Jesse opened up our show with his amazing musical stylings. We listened to some Red Pilled. We listened to Great Experiment, of course, and Sunday Morning Number 40. Because are we doing this? Oh, well then if so, then I have to go back. Then I have to go back.
We
and
can.
It's gonna transition to the thing again.
And I watch mindless shit. Boats that smash into other boats.
Dude, yes, we totally need it. Who are these people transition?
But I mean, I've got the sound clip.
Who are these people?
So do I. But you didn't hear it because I turned it off to guest. And let's do it again.
Who are these people?
Now you can hear it. Nice.
Okay.
Thank you, Nancy.
Who are these people?
His name is Doug. And he is really a member of the Hair Club for Men. And he's not just a client, but he's now an investor too.
Gotcha. Like he was. What was he before then? Like, athlete of some kind.
He was
like an ex-football guy.
He was a pit crew member on a NASCAR team.
That makes sense.
Tires. He changed tires.
Sense.
Yeah, we've got to wait.
But he's the one in the pool who's like, I got my hair back. Like this is like wafting the little bit of hair he's got. Like
Rogaine commercial, Yipper, nice.
Oh.
Okay, here's Warren. Brags about having a snowmobile and hates pigeons. Well, yeah. Okay. That's definitely like a weird kind of I don't even know what is going on in front of her face. Is that a collar?
The lady who lost. This is how J.K. Rowling actually saw Hermione, but they gave it to Emma Watson. So this is what it was supposed to look like in the book.
She's getting ready to go to a roller skate party.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I mean,
everybody get ready for midnight. Okay, everybody go to jessejet.bandcamp.com at midnight. You guys will be able to download the full double album of The Grift. I already downloaded a couple songs that were available beforehand, so everybody go check that out. Yes, having a fun time at Hogwarts. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is another one of those woke CIA ladies. And what's going on in the background there behind her head, to the left? I don't quite.
Warren says claims Trump choked a Secret Service agent.
Grabbed her by the clavicles.
Yep. Those clavicles, dog. You don't know about those clavicles? Right. Yipper says 90 Day Fiance.
The young blonde girl looked like a young Eleanor. I could see that dingo.
Yeah.
Sure.
I've got nothing on this lady.
Yeah. Is that like a weird tattoo?
Real estate agent.
To the left? I'm trying to figure out what's going on back
over
there.
Here?
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
I don't know. It looks like a weird tattoo on somebody next to her. I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway.
She's at the Satanist convention.
The Latin version of The Office. Okay, Yipper is saying the Latin version of The Office. Okay.
Fantastic.
You know what? Let me switch screens. So you can see.
Here's the fucking boss at the Latin office. Although he could be a gym. He could be the gym of the Latin office. They could pull that off.
Well, he could also be the Dwight Schrute. I mean,
yes, Yeah.
He could very easily.
He very clearly could.
He could pull off the Dwight.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one of my favorite jokes in The Office. Speaking of the Latin Office, was when they have the birthday party for the like gay guy
Oliver,
right? Yeah, exactly. Oscar. Right, and like they're like, we're gonna throw him a birthday party, and it's gonna be like a Spanish birthday party, and like we don't have any Spanish stuff. Like, well, we'll just try, you know. And like they had like a spread of stuff that was like, you know, like they took a thing of lemonade and they just put an inya over the in, right? And every time I see lemonade, I'm like lemonade, like every time.
Nice. Okay, we're saying that it's a CEO of Google trying to convince us that selling our skin is revolutionary. Warren says that it's Spiro, the IT guy. Okay, that's Drew Barrymore's sister.
I thought this was like the lost art of Leonardo da Vinci.
That's really creepy because that's definitely two different color eyes.
Is it? I mean, heterochromia. What is it? Biheterochromia or whatever?
Is that like? Is that like? I don't know what. It looks like artwork on the left and clear, or like blurry on the left and clear on the right.
Like it looks like if the Mona Lisa was boring and wanted Starbucks, you know, like that's what it would look like, you know.
Bride in a Druid wedding who found her new husband drives a diesel car. Yes, Warren.
Okay, sure.
Diesel works.
Yep. Where's
these are
velvet
these are
dress?
Fake people for anybody who's not who is not already playing the game and doesn't know what this is. These are not real people. It's just from the website thispersondoesnotexist.com. Oh goodness. He's an actor.
Who is this person?
That's an actor.
Okay.
Who are these people?
Okay, his name is Peter. Yep. He's been an extra in a lot of movies that you've seen, but he's never quite made it. And he has a deep, dark secret, and it involves some kind of a film executive, and that's why you'll never see him elevated. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but
I feel like he plays alongside Sean Bean a lot.
He knows,
you know, like he's got like he can be a medieval guy, you know, in a lot of movies. Extra Bola says George Carlin's brother who sells insurance in Topeka, Kansas. Yeah, I can fucking see that. Fucking
right. George Kalin's brother, not even George Carlin, but George Kalin. Yes,
Kalin's.
I know him very well. Psycho Doc or plays a Psycho Doc. Yes, I could see him acting like a Psycho Doc, Warren, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, Yipper, you mean?
Oh, Yipper. Yes.
Yeah. But this lady is definitely on, you know, Farmers Only.
Oh my goodness. You don't have to be a farmer to be on Farmers Only. Come on.
She gets drunk at the like local line dancing bar and gets on the table, and they keep telling her you can't do that anymore, Glenda.
Jeannie.
You know. Yeah. Fucking Mayor Sue. You quit that, I told you what. But she seems like the you know, like the one of the ladies in the Lifetime horse movie. You know, like it's definitely a horse movie character.
17
Samantha
cats.
sells knitting on Etsy and has 17 cats. That's pretty fucking good.
American Horror Story Psycho Doc. Oh, she's the Psycho Doc.
Yeah,
sure, I could see that.
No, I think it was the other guy.
I think it's funnier if she's the Psycho Doc.
Yeah, she's definitely like a vet, you know.
It looks like a Natalie Portman with about 50 more pounds on her, or 30.
Right.
Little filled out face with Natalie Portman. Too happy, trying to be liked by everyone.
Yep. Trying to be liked by everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh God, the Karen has arrived. She definitely wants to see the manager.
That's her smile.
She wants to let you know. She wants to ask you, do you know who her husband is? You know, like it's that shit.
The little girl
like,
that burned the house down today. Oh my god.
but yeah, dude, this lady, like, she's definitely got trust fund vibes, you know?
She works a corporate job. Yep. She's like a communications manager or something, and she tries to tell bosses about wokeism and why they need to be listening to their employees. She's Trump
just found out her football player son in Texas likes Queen. Oh no, not Queen.
He is not a Queen. He likes Queen. Come on, it's a band.
Yeah. She definitely seems like she would yell at the black person for being near her car. You know?
She would definitely walk
like that one lady
She
earlier.
would be crossing the street if she saw.
Yeah, right.
If she saw three.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Yeah. And these are clearly veneers. God.
Oh, Sagar is there? What? No, sorry. I get poodle
He seems like
vibes.
a librarian.
I get poodle vibes and very big teeth. Very big teeth.
Yes.
Wrong set of glasses, obviously. And again, this is a stitch assisted face mashed face, and it does look a little weird. Here's where the AI gets creepy. I think this even might. You could go for non-binary in this case. Like if you kind of shave the head down,
sure.
that could be like Alex or Pat, and it could be either. That could be like the face of a dude.
Got kicked out of Greenpeace for having sex with an orca.
Well, it is called a blowhole. Come on, man. Doesn't wash. Oh God, Yipper. Oh,
yeah.
All
natural.
Says she cooks, but has Consuela do it. That was the last one. Oh my God, that's great. I missed that. Yipper slid it into the bill. Oh, I love it. Oh, this game is so great. Who are these people? Okay.
I think there's probably we got like 4 minutes and we can head out.
Lisa.
So
yeah, well, we've got a couple things we're gonna tease and some promo stuff to talk about. But there's the blowhole. There's the whale. Oh, that's gross. Okay, so let's go back to me and Reef. So yeah, this was fun. Thank you everyone for hanging out. This week we have got a pretty busy week. I know Tara certainly does. Tomorrow we are really taking off, I believe. The network really is closing down and taking off, and we are taking off July 4th. However, on Tuesday, starting early in the afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern, that's 11 a.m. on the Pacific West Coast for those of you who get up early over there, Tara Reid is going to be talking with one Vanessa Beeley live, I believe, from Syria. And then at 10 p.m., her normal time on the every other Tuesday night, alternating from Jesse, Reef will be engineering a stream with Tara and the Green Party candidate from Senate or at least we're trying to get him on the ballot in North Carolina for Senate, Matthew Ho, who has made the rounds quite a bit lately. The hoes be knowing. Oh, the hoes be knowing. And the hoes going to be on INN. The ho's going to be on INN on Tuesday night, and also as well, of course, on Tara Reid's channel. So please go support our sister Tara Reid. Link tr.ee/Tara Reid, and you can find all of her channels and ways to support her. You can hook her up at Substack. You can hook her up. I think she's got Cash App on there as well. But by all means, if you can throw a couple bucks. Ooh, right. Our friend Warren here is reminding us that Delilah Barrios is going to be on Extra Booyah Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. This Wednesday, I know that Reef and Colin have booked some special friends to join us for INN News, and that would be Courtney and Keisha Banks to talk about Camp Dada, maybe. I hope so.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Nice.
That would be the ones.
And then this past Friday, you had a new friend, Commander Keefe, come onto onto Reefer After Dark.
Yep, she's a GI Mary Jane.
GI Mary Jane, right.
Joey, she's cool. She's a weed activist and has done a bunch of stuff with Normal and lots of other things in that venue. But yeah, people should go check out that episode. It was great. We're gonna get her on a full episode next time, but she had other things to attend to. But yeah, it was a great time. People should go check that out. It was a good show. But yeah, Tara, Tuesday, your little Tara double feature, right? She's got
Vanessa Beeley,
doesn't she?
Yeah, Vanessa Beeley.
Yeah, just Vanessa Beeley.
No big deal. Just Vanessa Beeley.
Just Vanessa Beeley. So yeah, I'll be doing both those.
I don't know if
so
we're gonna
people
have a
should show up
chance.
for that.
I don't know if I'm gonna have a chance to get to a one-on-one this week, starting a new job. So don't know if I'm gonna have any time available. But of course, we'll be back here next Sunday night. The 11th, I believe we have another person booked for Tara. Wyatt Reed is supposedly booked for that evening. We'll see if that holds. And then American Tradition, of course, is going to be the 12th, and that's going to be a release party for The Grift, which you now can get and download on Bandcamp in full. Go get The Grift. Go to jessejet.bandcamp.com. I know that he's going to be doing a little bit of an album preview tomorrow on AM Wake Up on the Rockfin. So go check out amwakeup.rockfin.com or rockfin.com/AM Wake Up. That's Steve and Pasta. Again, we're just excited for the release. The Grift is awesome. And really excited to hear all the other songs as well. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. Again, if you haven't seen the INN one-on-ones between me and Rob, they were a lot of fun. We talked a lot about platforms, what's happening, and how people trying to smear activists out there. People going after the March for Medicare for All, which was a great stream. It was supposed to be 2 hours, turned out to be 3. And Jimmy Dore, Bank Sisters, Sabby Sabs, Rob Durden, Elias, so many people killed, and they gave the great speeches and stories. And I know they raised some money towards the stage equipment. It wasn't the full 10,000 that they were going for. I'm gonna wait for them to make an announcement exactly how much that was. But we're really excited, and we're grateful for every dollar that everybody donated, and they still need more. So there's going to be actually a fundraiser stream Wednesday night at 9:00 on the March for Medicare for All channel, as well as I believe Savage Joy's channel. And Jesse again will be premiering some of the Grift songs, as well as I saw some other people are going to be there performing as well. So that's really cool. March for Medicare for All. Support Medicare for All. We need people talking about National Medicare for All. Continuing to keep that alive. Yep. We can do it. It is doable. So again, this is Indy signing off. I am going to use my new sign-off phrase, which is question everybody's motivations, everyone.
And keep listening to what little birdie